we decided to have the first ride on the new monster truck. It was powerful, but nothing went as planned. And this is the story of how I almost lost 1,000,000 rubles. It is over. Well, a new episode of off-roading, and such intense off-roading, maybe for the first time in my life. I have a Cherokee. Grand Cherokee 4 liters on gas axles and huge arched wheels. Basically, it's a tank. It's the heaviest car in today's race, and if it's a race, that means there will be a lot of cars. But let's take a look at the other participants. My heaviest vehicle will compete against Vanya's 4-wheeler monster, and we have several 4-wheeler monsters here. This is a brand new buggy, absolutely new. It was built by Cherokee Lyolik. It's got an engine from a Lexus or something like that. Anyway, it's very powerful. The buggy is basically a 4-wheeler too, but with a different frame and a different base. And there's another 4-wheeler, the lightest and simplest quad monster here. Today, all of us will be taking the same distance. We'll all be aiming for the same point, and we'll see who does it best. On my team today, of course, are Ivan Kleshch, Vadim Shlak, and Dan Parish. And here's Seryoga. Hi, Seryoga. By the way, he's the one who sold me my Cherokee. The feature of my car is completely opposite to all the ones presented here. We go like a tank. We move forward by digging into the ground and having a large contact patch. Most people here use beadlock wheels, and thanks to the buggy design, they use a lightweight construction. But 2 more cars will go with us, one of which you've already seen, and the other is completely new. It's basically its first outing, based on a Hyundai Uncle Slava's car. And this buggy is absolutely new, both in terms of its construction base and its internals. The engine is under the arm here. As I mentioned, this is its first outing. Enough talking, let's go, let's get muddy. I think we'll get things done today. Seryoga, show yourself on camera. Say hi, come on, behind the green one. Yeah? We drove at the end of the convoy since the off-road section hadn't begun yet. This is just an adventure for the kids. I was sure that when things got tough, I would overtake all of them. You could say the real ride has begun now. Yeah, oh, that was a hard hit. This is intense. Now this is good. Now it's getting interesting.
Someone lost a shoe. Who is wearing those here?
It's fine. You don't feel anything, right? You really don't feel anything. I'm telling you, monster. Anyway, today we have a slightly new route, a more extreme route. The guys saw that I'm broad, right? Broad, and decided to set me up. They think I'll be scared. That's not true, gentlemen. We have chainsaws, we have all the equipment in our trunk, we've got everything covered. We're really gonna take the spot today, and I'm sure we'll still be the leaders in this race.
Yeah, we didn't need to take anything. He'll handle it himself.
Whoa, this descent looks good. He'll get through it easily. Yeah, to the right.
Easy, just easy. This isn't a challenge, it's just a joke.
Let's take a risk. Oh, that was a hit. We're getting through. Another hit is coming now.
Now this is more or less starting to look like a real challenge for him.
Whoa, that's intense. I don't know if you can see it, but the tilt is serious. About 45 degrees. Well, fantastic. This is a completely different setup. Arched wheels, they're much grippier than the bald ones. So I really feel ultra comfortable. It's great, it's cool. Did the people at the front of the convoy cut down a tree at the start of our ride to make the route easier? I would have just gone, yeah, I would have gone. I don't know why they're cutting it.
That's how you have to help in off-road situations. Keep going. This is the Batmobile, as I call it. Streamlined, so quiet, really a cool thing. And this is the Japanese. It's actually great. Now this is something. The Japanese stick together. Two samurais. A samurai has only one path, remember that. Their paths are similar. Two Japanese. Here comes the blue one, then the red one, and now the green one is coming. The green one is great. What a car. Really interesting. Look how mean it looks. Oh, and here comes our monster. The monster. We can do it. We can. I hear it. It's telling me, drunk, go, go. And there's a beam above, but we won't hit it. That's nothing at all. Actually, this track will be nothing for it at all. Yeah.
However, it was a lot of fun. My team, let's say, was quite mischievous. A good team rode in that monster. There he is, drunk face, Saryoga again. Got drunk today, looks like again. So what, again, already wasted? Put it there, please. Got it, got it.
Great, the track is easy, really nothing special.
But I don't want to mess around here in the Buhanka, just fourth gear. Looks like you can even catch something here. Just like that, you can drive calmly, it won't even rock.
It's uncomfortable. It's better in the cabin. The highway isn't great, and it's still too early, Saryoga.
We're just warming up for now. Well, it's fine. Ah, damn, it's cold. Then close the window, damn. Ah, you bastard. We're climbing, obviously. Why ask?
Of course, this is a bridge designed just for you, for Cherokee, specially designed.
Nice.
We have another pause here, so we can stop here for now, turn off the engine, let the cars rest, and remove the branch from the hood. We need to paint it, guys. Write in the comments what color or design we should do. Pink, for example. No way with options like that. Come up with a solid idea, yeah? What color should we paint it? This Grand Cherokee, so it would really... You're talking about my ground clearance, but you don't get it. Have you seen tanks? Tanks have even less clearance.
Tanks use tracks, but yours is just mass-produced.
What do you mean by mass-produced? These are arched wheels, and their contact area is similar to tank tracks, right?
Yes, of course. Let's check it now.
Let's check. Vanya, did we add the oil?
I don't remember.
Are you out of your mind or what? What do you mean you don't remember? Damn it, Slipper, damn it! Slipper?
Gas is going into the mouth.
What's wrong, Svet, you?
You picked the route, of course. It's just a regular gas that goes through. This route is a joke, not a real route. So, do you think it'll make it further? Yeah, of course. That's where it came from. Yeah.
Guys, let's go.
We've hit our first problem. Actually, we thought it was nothing, that we just ran out of gas, but that turned out to be wrong. We should have done a more thorough diagnosis and realized back then that we were heading in a completely different direction than we planned. Minor technical issues.
Couldn't you have done that when everyone was standing?
What does it have to do with me? Am I the skipper? That's just how he operates. Why does he not work on time?
He killed the car. Oh.
It's all clear. So while we're moving along this bumpy, hectic road, there's a UAZ buggy ahead of us. We've already passed one crew, and our goal is just to get to something tough. So right now we're just getting over a log, and that's pretty much it. Right now, I don't know why we didn't stop the first time. I don't know why we didn't stop the second time either, just like now. We should have thought about it. Our engine had already stopped starting back then. It just completely stopped. All right, let's start the engine. To start the engine, we need 3 elements: air, fuel, and compression. Everything here must be in certain proportions.
We just filled up the fuel.
We have fuel, but did we flood the spark plugs? It's catching, so there's spark. No need to blame the spark or electrical system. But it's not working. All the cylinders aren't starting, so something's wrong with the mixture in the cylinders. It could be the injectors or the fuel rail. There's no air in the fuel rail, right? So it's either the injectors or the spark plugs. Do we have any spare spark plugs? Remove at least one, such as the first or third. It's fine.
Popcorn, really? Aren't we in a race? Maybe you want some chips too?
Your chips are bad and so is your popcorn. The popcorn is great. Sit down and stop. So, Vanya, you okay? Yeah?
Yeah.
There's a lot of popcorn and you said popcorn was lame, but it all worked out, right, Vanya?
Hi. Look at how it's swimming. That's a shark. That's a monster. Incredible power. Just awesome.
Holy crap! Well, finally the mud is starting. We hadn't reached the mud yet and already broke down a bit. It's just crazy, but so far we're moving along calmly. None of the participants have any problems. And now we've definitely got problems. I've never been this strong before. What are you doing? This is an American disgrace. Broken again.
You shouldn't have said that, especially first thing in the day.
Today, I think we're going to get things done. In general, the situation is ambiguous. Because of us, the whole convoy stopped. That's exactly why I sold the van, so this wouldn't happen again. Anyway, we'll fix it now, I'm sure. We've already found the spark. We just need to get it to the coil. Let's check. It's a little disappointing, Uncle Slava, not Vanya. Fixed it. It was just the terminal not reaching the coil. Roughly speaking, right? The connector.
The barbecue is canceled.
But at least we learned so much new about the car.
We fixed it.
So now we know everything everywhere. That's a plus.
Where to dig, we're moving on. Everything's fine, surprisingly. And we couldn't find the cause of the problem in the city. Uncle Slava found it right away. Such a stupid problem. It was just the damn coil connector.
As usual.
As usual. Yeah, but now it seems like we're driving more confidently. Let's see what happens next. That repair didn't last long, basically. The car broke down, we blocked the main road, but we decided not to waste time and started making a campfire and barbecue. And it started snowing, by the way? Yeah, that's not ash, it's snow. If this were a race, we would have lost it, but I'm sure we'll still be the leaders in this run. The other participants in the run kept having fun, even though we were in a complete ambush. He decided to take a bath. Hey, did you hear? The winch went to take a dip, but why are there two? Can't one handle it? Yeah. The ground is even shaking. Woo! And I wouldn't be stuck here if I had started up. Yeah, you're stuck there. That's where he's stuck. Interesting conditions, though they were hard to create. Guys, come on, that wasn't the plan. What kind of off-road classic is this? We just broke down because of the electrics, like a bunch of fools, and then we killed the starter too. Oh man, why did it have to be in the forest? I hope Kirill started a fire there. Oh, I see a fire, guys, there it is, look. But why isn't there a fire?
What do you mean there isn't? Here it is.
Turn that off, my heart's about to stop. Who?
Why is snow round? It's supposed to be round.
That's hail.
Hello, with dedication, hail, look, hail.
It's just hail.
Got it?
Push it a bit and it turns to snow.
If melted, it becomes water. I still don't agree that it was hail. I think it was actually round snow. But that's not important at all. It has nothing to do with the matter. The problem is that Vanya didn't know where to dig. In fact, we didn't know how to repair, which direction to go, and it's not even a fact that at that moment it was possible to fix it at all. Ivan, what are our results? They're not positive. Sergey, your Cherokee failed us. First, our electrical system failed, we lost the spark, then somehow Vanya, together with other off-roaders, found that spark, but while we were looking for it, we broke the Bendix on the starter and it started snowing again. Yeah, it's here by default, basically.
Your car is junk. You're a bad mechanic. You couldn't fix it, and I gave it to you in perfect condition. No, we pulled it from the swamp. Almost perfect condition.
But we had no choice. We had to abandon our car in the forest as quickly as possible, find the cause of the problem, that is, figure out the electrical issues and find a new starter. That was our mission, even though you couldn't tell by looking at us. We seemed to be having fun, but the situation was actually scary. The thing is, there are guys operating in this forest who just strip cars, rip out parts, and take off the wheels. They know it's an off-road route, and vehicles left overnight usually get stripped. We spread all our valuable stuff across different cars. This car is the most loaded, with Vadim Schlag and the women inside. The UAZ is struggling to move while Baki heads elsewhere. Sergey and I are going with Uncle Vanya in the monster Kudat. And Cherokee is staying here for the night while we're heading back to the base. There he is, look, in the distance by the smoking campfire. We're throwing away your Grand Cherokee, the one your grandfather left you, and you sold it.
That's how real friends act. Choose your friends wisely.
So we had a tough night, but we made it through. We lost half the team, only the cameraman is left, and of course we don't have a car. However, during the night and in the morning, we tried to find a starter. We tried to buy it, but it would take too long to arrive. Since we need the car out quickly, we decided to repair it instead. Here's what happened. We had no internet, but GPS worked. So I decided to be clever and sent myself a geotag without internet. It's still not loaded. Here's this geotag. I sent it to myself, and now I can only hope that this geotag is correct. We took the starter in for repairs, and by some real miracle, it just so happened that they fixed it for us in only 3 hours. It was the day off, May 10th, just a miracle. The Bendix is new, the solenoid is new, everything was lubricated and serviced. Theoretically, it should work. Oh, they even put the missing screws back in place. It's fine, listen, the service guys did a great job quickly. Not an ad because I won't say where. Well, basically, no one could make a decision, so I made it for everyone. So everything's decided, we're going to meet Baladnya, we're getting the Pathfinder ready, and we're going to rescue Cherokee. The starter works, so now the question is whether it produces a spark, since the spark comes from the starter. Maybe everything, maybe. Long story short, we're taking an alternative route, and it's already leading us nowhere. Ivan, yeah, the way I set the route again, we're gonna get lost somewhere again. We're going there to find our Cherokee. And how long do we have to drive? Just straight ahead? Well, okay, let's go. You already set it right to the point. Well then, this is really an adventure for 5 minutes. Okay, full throttle, go switch to low gear? Yeah. Did something weird, so I need a new tactic? Well, come on, damn it. They've plastered everything. Should I jump? Scary! If I lose my iPhone... Wait, it's not an iPhone. No problem at all. We're going through the plaster. What are you doing? Yeah, what are you breaking? You're damn it, just cry. Stop breaking things. This is a wiretap. And now I think we'll end up right at that power line. Seems like it. The route is totally easy. Really, why were we even worried? Hey, why did it take us so long yesterday? I have a terrible skipper, he guessed, pointed somewhere, and we went. He glanced at his GPS and drove us there. How did you figure that out with the GPS? You're the skipper, so which way are we going? Basically, my navigator went off the route we originally planned. We ended up going the wrong way. I got angry and made him go check everything on foot by himself.
I got to the power line, and right before it there was a knee-deep puddle, Mashka, and well, that's where the way out to the power line was.
There's just one obstacle? Yeah, then we're coming to you. It's all good. You're moving. Yeah, we're moving along slowly.
Here's a long puddle. What do we do?
Maintain speed and move dynamically through the long puddle. So we've reached the power line and now we need to figure out the direction, north or south. Keep it dynamic.
Definitely that way. Definitely.
I made it through. Am I a good pilot?
It's just that something's smoking.
Who cares? After that, we were sure that we'd easily reach the SUV we were after in our Nissan, but more adventures awaited us. My gut says go to the center, then turn left into this rut. Okay, there's one risky part Andre and I talked about, but I'll handle it. That's it, we are done. Listen up, we grab the tool, go fix Cherokee with Cherokee, and get the Pathfinder. And that's not being considered as an option. Ivan, hello, if you're so smart, turn around and come help yourself, or are you the whole Pathfinder or what? Carry it? There aren't even backpacks, so let's not pretend. We'll take the starter, tools, and the big 100-amp battery together. That's about it, I think. We're going on foot because we got stuck in the Nissan and basically we took everyone who could help, tools, and some things to repair the Cherokee. The backpack, and I have its starter in my bag. The most annoying thing, you know, is that yesterday all those who said they'd give us a ride, no problem, and help us sort out the situation. They didn't answer the phone this morning or afternoon. Vanya, do you have the keys to the Cherokee? Well, I couldn't have imagined that Vanya, the mechanic, is such a clown that he'd go to the car and not take the keys with him. I had to go back and forth twice. Are you a clown or something? Well, we still theoretically reached our goal. Vanya and I figured that maybe even the spark was disappearing because of the solenoid relay, or no, the solenoid electromagnet or something like that. Why are you looking at me like I'm some kind of idiot? Are you out of your mind or something? It's really strange, but after we put the starter back in place and connected the right wires to it, everything worked. That's it, let's get out of here. If it was not for Benix, we would have left on our own. Ideally, we should replace the coil that Vanya broke this morning. Ivan shamelessly took the spare coil today and broke it. We haven't forgotten about our Pathfinder. According to our original plan, we went back there in the Cherokee to rescue the Nissan. So it was the other way around, but now it's like this. I like adventures like that. It wasn't easy. Yeah, follow us and drive quietly. We'll take the same route. Something went off plan once again. It would have been too easy if Cherokee had just been fixed and hadn't stalled for some reason. What the hell? Like, you think it just ran out of fuel? That's impossible. Cherokee broke down again and wouldn't start. Everything was exactly the same as the day before. Basically, we couldn't start. The reason is unclear. The car just shut down. There are two options right now. It's either the fuel or the spark. Now, Vanya will check the fuel in the rail again. Pump it up. Try it. Start. Nima? However, I touched the wires and everything started up. It's a miracle again. We fixed the car again and we're smarter now. We're driving right between the trees and the width of our wheelbase, and we really have to drive carefully. Honestly, our electrical system is a mess. RPMs jump on their own. Everything turns on and off by itself. Basically, the default problem with all starter-equipped cars is the electrical system, pretty basic, rotten wires. But the miracle didn't last long. Rotten wires made themselves known again. So literally after just 10 or 15 minutes of driving around, our fun adventure stopped being so fun because as we were taking another log and driving through here, we stalled again, the engine died, and once again we couldn't get the spark back. Nothing is obvious here because you have to dig through the wires, dig through the electrical system, and none of us really know much about electrics. The problem is it's already late. And you know, I really don't want to drag this whole operation out for another night again. I really didn't want to do that because, like I said, the area there isn't great and there are guys roaming those woods who strip cars for metal and parts. And the Cherokee might not have survived a second night because all the off-road chats already knew that the Cherokee was stuck there. And honestly, I was really scared to do it, I just didn't want to. Night fell and there were still literally 15 minutes left. Then foxes, wolves, and other creatures will appear. Something's ringing, everything's here, let's go. Yeah, there's not the slightest hint of a spark here at all, so does that mean the coil is dead? There's electricity, then there isn't. For this thing to work, it needs to get a signal from the breaker through the distributor. You've got a hall sensor here, so it should be getting the signal from that, not a constant one. Plus, there should be a spark right now. That's how it works, because there should be a breaker here, not a plus. Let's look for the breaker. Vanya, come on, we found the wire. That's it. There you go. So the coil isn't completely dead yet.
Maybe something like that on the plus.
No, you don't understand how the coil and interrupter works, so why don't you want to cooperate with us? I searched for that very signal interruption sensor for a long time. I was sure that I would find it, and we're going to leave from there now.
Yes.
We're keeping the Cherokee here one more night and urgently need a skilled electrician to join us. Here, let's quickly run the wires in emergency mode so we can leave and fix everything later. And yes, we found an electrician, well, more like a mechanic, basically the only person who agreed to join us on this adventure. We're heading back in our beautiful Nissan, but this time with an electrician. So we need to change clothes quickly. Let's hope we finally get the Cherokee out of the forest today. What happens after that? We don't have a plan yet, but let's hope at least we can start it up and take it away. I bought a tester, memorized all the wiring diagrams, and we brought different connectors with us. We already knew this route, we've driven it 1,000 times, so we brought the electrician along this way, and everyone thought everything was going okay, everything would be fine. What's happening here, and what's our task? Our task is to get started, at least get out of the forest, and then think about further evacuation, because it's impossible to evacuate him from here. We're connecting the coil to a new connector since it's suspected to be the issue. Yeah, to be fair, it sits much more securely. Then we check the distributor. If the distributor is fine, we look at the hall sensor. If the hall sensor is fine, then we check the wiring harness and try to figure it out. And if it's damaged, we connect the harness directly. There's an ASD system here, but it has nothing to do with the problem. This sensor here needs to be replaced. Vanya, do you happen to have a bolt for this, to secure this part for the gas? Electrician Alexander Nikolaevich gave us advice and guidance, but he didn't solve the problem himself. We had to keep digging into the wiring of this Cherokee ourselves for another hour and 5 seconds. Basically, that's where the electrician's help stopped. The hall sensor isn't breaking the circuit. Damn. I drove the electrician away because he needed to go somewhere else, then I came back. So by now, I've already learned the route and the stop signal many times, and from here we had to move on our own. So guys, did you unscrew the crankshaft sensor? This random piece, origin unknown, resembles a crankshaft sensor.
He started talking at night.
Put it back where it was. Let's return to sorting the wiring and see what can be connected without a connector.
And what do you need to tighten the bolts?
Yeah, you need to stick your hand in there.
Where exactly?
Yeah, damn it, my head got stuck. I thought it was my hand. You can't pour it right and stick your head in there. We tried different methods, poked around back and forth, kept messing with that damn starter, which we already broke once, and of course we drained the battery. We had to jump start it from the Pathfinder. Once again, it's saving the Cherokee. Get ready to start it up. Looks like I hooked it up. Let me check. 1, 2, 3. We put it here. Is the ignition on? Yes. Wait. Okay, just a moment. Literally the last test, and that's it. Go. No, it didn't work. I'm out of ideas. Well, most likely the wiring won't work. You probably need to shake something. Go ahead. Nothing changed at all. That night I prepared really well. I studied the wiring diagrams, looked at the connections, which relays are responsible for what. I actually prepared pretty well. I've already applied and tested everything I studied. One way or another, all of this brought me to this state. Long story short, so while I was dealing with the scythe, with the wiring, my assistant came over and said, "Come on, show me where the brake is on the scythe. Look for it, damn it."
What are you using it for?
He ate my assistant. The fact that this idiot ate a bug right in front of me was the last straw, and I was already taking drastic measures.
So this is the ASD block, I think. Yeah, damn.
All this crap goes through this thing. Here it is, the ASD block. No, it goes directly through it. What you see might seem like the ravings of a madman. In part, that's true, but actually, the fact that I was shouting and hitting the scythe with a hammer allowed me to understand how this very scythe works. And I wondered what I hadn't tried yet, and where could the problem be hiding. I've lost everything. The opera house, the orange ignition wire, the white one. I just keep ending up with extra parts, but I did find the black one. That's the one you're looking for? No, the orange one. I need the ignition wire, I put the wires back in place, fixed the suspected short, and replaced the necessary relays. It hurt, but I'm glad. Right where I moved it before. I accidentally shorted 2 wires with the crankshaft wires, and it started working, though I'm not sure how. It's all in this ASD block, like I said, but it has nothing to do with the problem, so it means I need to insulate it somewhere over there. Turns out I was right from the very beginning. Damn! Right now it's all about luck, Ivan. Go get behind the wheel, man, and get the champagne. Come on, start it up. I was overjoyed back then. I managed to sort out the whole situation. Fixing everything in the forest turned out really cool. It gave me such an adrenaline rush. Well, aside from the electric shock, of course. Well, those 3 days weren't wasted. Yeah, we fixed it. Didn't even need the quick start. That's awesome. All right, let's head out. After 2 nights, our car finally left the forest. And it was tough, it was scary, because there was a real risk of losing the car, and it would have been really hard to evacuate it from there. We considered different options, but everything turned out for the best. And it taught me a lot. It taught me that you shouldn't despair, even though I had thoughts about it. And it taught me that you can deal with something that at first seems impossible. You can understand something very complicated if you want it badly enough. For me, electrical work was something impossible. Mechanics, yes, that's something I could handle, but electrical work is difficult for everyone. Even if you go to any experienced mechanic, he'll say, "That's an electrical issue for you." I don't know about that, but I managed to figure it out because I spent half the night reading and digging through all sorts of forums and websites related to this contraption. Damn, and I did it! I hope this situation will teach you something useful too. However, you know what? Despite the ultimately positive experience, of off-roading. Unfortunately, we never really got to experience proper rough terrain. So guys, let's get 20,000 likes on this video and we'll finally fix it completely, do everything properly, give it a cool design, and after that we'll go on a real full-fledged off-road adventure. This way it won't be embarrassing. I hope you enjoyed the video and shared my excitement. And if you did, make sure to like, leave a comment, and definitely subscribe to the channel, because if you're still watching, you really should subscribe again. Thank you all. Goodbye.